Hi, we're back with another episode of Youth Express, a program produced by the ECCB highlighting the young people across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union and the issues that matter to them. As we meet some of the young tech innovators from our member countries, we introduce Urias Victor, the web developer behind the brand Soaring Leads based in St. Lucia. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Have you seen the Grenada 50? The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, issued the Grenada $50 note in July 2024 to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Grenada 50 is printed on polymer. It is the same size and includes similar security features as the current EC banknotes in circulation. This limited edition $50 banknote was issued exclusively in Grenada, but it can be used in any of the ECCB member countries. The Grenada $50 note is legal tender. This means that it can be used for any of your standard and over-the-counter business transactions.
Feel every day, feel the vibe with ECCB for a lifestyle. ECCB, our financial guide. Side by side, we go match with pride. ECCB, our financial guide. Side by side, we go match with pride.
I'm from the south of St. Lucia, Soufrière in particular. Originally from a community called Pont Saint Jacques. In addition to the tech stuff, I actually grew up in a rural area, so tech is not only my only interest. I do enjoy adventuring. I do enjoy exploring the island, the outdoors, and everything like that. In my spare time, I do enjoy, going out a bit. But tech is my true passion, so that's where I spend most of my time. And when I say tech, I mean in particular web development and software. I'm one of the lucky ones, I would say, because from an early age, I actually knew what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, because I was actually introduced to computers at a very early age. I can't remember exactly, but I know I actually had access to a computer before I had access to the internet. So, as I said, I grew up in a rural area, so there was no internet. And back then, you needed like telephone lines to get access to the internet. And in my community, there was only one person in the whole neighborhood, in the whole community that had a home telephone. So, like back then, it was looked at as you needed to be, rich to have a home phone, right? So, like we had a computer, so all I used to do, I used to, play my little video games. I used to DJ on it, just mess around with it. And I often tell people that um, it's kind of funny, but I used to play in the internet settings on my computer, knowing I'm not physically connected to the internet, but just messing around with the settings, thinking that by some miracle I will get internet. So my first passion was really like video games. I was big on video games. I really loved video games. I wanted to be a video game designer, right? And then not shortly after, but a couple years after, I realized what it takes to become like a video game designer, developer. And I realized that, hey, I don't necessarily have the skills it takes to become a video game developer, sorry, video game designer, because there's a difference. Because I can draw, I can't like, you know, I didn't have those like that affinity. So but I realized that it's actually not really video game particularly, but just building things. I just enjoyed building things. So I narrowed it down from, hey, like I'm not necessarily it's not necessarily a video game designer I want to become. I want to become someone that builds things, and I want to do that using software. So I knew what I wanted to do then. I took the necessary paths, went to Stafford Lewis Community College, did the software path, and then I just stayed on it from then. And from since then, I've been into software development. Soaring is a web development business in St. Lucia. We also do work outside of St. Lucia as well. We're both a service-based company and a product-based company because we sell software online, and we also do maintenance for clients' websites. We maintain clients' websites. We build web applications. We build websites. Pretty much anything you want, any piece of software that you want built, we can actually do that. The only difference is that you need a web browser to run it. So that's where it comes. That's why you call it a web application, because you need to access it through a web browser. So that's our primary focus. And we do a lot of e-commerce actually. E-commerce really is just buying product services online. So in the software that we sell, all of them are actually e-commerce based, and individuals, businesses around the world who have WordPress websites, because that's the primary platform that we deal with, they can actually purchase our software, install it onto their e-commerce website, their online stores, you can call it, and then it enhances their website. I'm pretty much proud of all the projects, but one I'm proud of right now, I would say, is Soaring Stores, and it's basically a software as a service, SaaS, where we allow customers, our customers, we allow them to have online stores to sell their products, right? Their physical products. It's something I'm proud about because I did sit down weeks on end, working on it, coding it. So it's something where I'm proud about it. Just the fact that it's alive and it's there. It's not doing as well as I would want it to, and that's just another challenge being the Caribbean, right? Trying to expose our people to something new. But it's something I'm proud of that I actually got off the ground. So Tech Beat Jamaica, it was a great experience. I actually got to listen to some great speakers. I did take away some things that were said, and I did relate with some of the speakers as well on certain things that were said. For example, as I said, in the Caribbean, we have like an adoption issue, right? So one of the speakers I remember in particular, they said like, when you venture outside of the Caribbean and you get exposed to different countries and different type of technologies, that's when you are able to give back a lot to your own country or your region, right? So I'm thankful, I'm grateful for being able to have traveled to Europe, the US, as far as India as well. So I've experienced different cultures, different types of technology, and then some of them I would just be like, hey, that wouldn't work in the Caribbean. We're not ready. We're not there yet, right? But some of them I would be like, that's possible. Like that can work somewhere, right? So just seeing that, hey, people who have been in this field longer than me actually feel the same, or they have the same opinions about certain things, like, hey, getting out of the Caribbean a little while. I'm not saying, I'm a patriot. I'm not saying, no, leave the Caribbean, and I don't like brain drain. So, like, just venture a little while, see what's out there, and it's going to help you build something better down here, because you're going to be exposed to so much more. So, seeing that the presenters, they actually, some of them, well, they mentioned points like that. It was actually something that brought me. It made me know that I have the similar thinking to them. But Tech Beat Jamaica, it was a great experience.
That's a wrap for this episode of Youth Express. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.